morning, guys. Good morning. All right, let's talk some crypto. Let's talk some JASMY. Let's talk some Bitcoin. Janction's website is officially up and running. Yeah, we're going to look at it, guys. We're going to look at it. Very, very nice. And I'm going to tell you why that's important. And it relates to the innovation zone. So having a look at JASMY here, a little bit of a train wreck when I woke up this morning. We had crashed back down below the support level, but since then we have wicked our way back up over support at 1 cent 882. As you can see, it's been a fairly relevant level as we've gone along here. So we're back up above there. Here's the thing, guys. We're going to jump over to the Bitcoin chart now because today is Sunday. And as you can see, Bitcoin had crashed below. We rejected hard off the 200-day SMA here, and we crashed below the 30-day SMA. But we've since wicked back up over top of it again, which is good. But, I mean, guys, we got about 7 hours. If we want to see further bullish continuation to the upside here, we have to close this weekly candle above the 200-day SMA. We got to get above it in the next 7 hours. So we need the bulls to step in. We need them to push hard and get us up over that 200-day SMA because we're getting tired of getting rejected off of there. If we do not close above there, we could see further rejection to the downside, maybe back down to the 100-day SMA at $61,186. Right? We could see us go back there or maybe retest 60,000 again, right? Maybe even 57. 57 is still possibly on the cards. This little golden pocket we have here is still in the cards, guys. It's still possible, right? Until we can get a good weekly close above the 200-day SMA, still in the cards, guys. Still in the cards. So, and as for JASMY, I mean, at this point today, I would be happy just to see us stay above support level here at 1 cent 881. I would like to see a close above there. If we don't close the weekly above there, we're most likely doing this into this box. That's most likely what's going to happen. So I would say if you have, still sick, guys. If you have dry powder, I would definitely be holding on to it for this because if we need to watch this weekly close. What's the confirmation going to be? Upside or downside, right? So if we go over to JASMY's weekly, see, we're stuck in this tight little range here. Look at this on the weekly time frame for JASMY. Look at this. I'll try to zoom it in for you guys. Look how tight this is when we zoom in. We're bouncing between support here and resistance right here, right? Tight little range, guys. We're just ping-ponging this whole week. And if we close below here, well, this is where we're going to end up. That's how I see it. We'll see what happens, right? Let's look at we never looked at the weekly on Bitcoin. Let's go look at the weekly. So yeah, see, as you can see on the weekly, guys, we got to get above the 30-day SMA here on the weekly. We need to close this week basically at $63,681. We need to close above there, right? That's what we want if we want to see continuation to the upside. So we have 7 hours to do it. So let's see if the bulls can kick it into high gear here and push us up. We only need to go up 1,000. I know it looks like a lot, guys. We only need to go up 63. We only need to go up like $700. $700. That's it on Bitcoin. That's not that much, right? So it's entirely possible we close this week above there. we'll see what happens. But all right, so let's go have a look over at Janction. Janction announced today. Excited to announce that Janction's website is officially live today. Thank you for all your patience. For those of you who were patient, for those of you who were not patient and whined and complained and kicked and screamed and pissed and moaned the whole time, it's your support that has made the website so great. Stay tuned for more product updates. So let's go have a look at the official Janction website. Check it out, guys. So layer 2 for variable what do we got? Janction is building a service network. So all the buttons are now clickable. If you remember the beta version, it was not clickable in any way, shape, or form, right? It was just an example. But this, guys, this is what a blockchain website should look like, right? Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you JASMY's old website, or the JASMY website, so to speak. I just got to find it in my, oh, here we go. I'm going to compare something here, okay? All right, now check this out. This is one of the primary reasons that JASMY was put in the monitoring zone, despite what people might say. There was no reason for it. They didn't have a legitimate blockchain website of any kind, guys, of any kind. Look at this website here. This is their website, their original website. Does this look like a blockchain tech website to you? In any way, does this look like a blockchain website? No, it doesn't at all, okay? Now, let's go over to their new Janction website. Slick, sexy, very, very blockchain tech orientated, right? This is what a blockchain website should look like. So this was one of the hurdles that they had to getting out of the monitoring zone, right? This is a slick website. I really, really enjoy this, guys. They've got their team fully doxed over here. We just had the AMA with Hara and Bernard here. I don't know why Hara looks like he's going to prison in this picture, but they should probably update that a little bit. But yeah, they've got their links here, community, company. Let's go explore. Nice. Total nodes running 1. Brand spanking new, guys. Look at this. Now, you know what's going to be fun? Watching this grow now. Wouldn't that be? That's going to be fun, right? Because this is brand spanking new today. So they've got their 1 node running. Just the beginning. It's like starting a new game or something like that. It's pretty cool. So we're gonna watch this grow. We're gonna monitor this. Maybe we'll monitor this like every day, and we'll watch it grow. We'll add it to our favorites here. Look at nodes, points, NVIDIA, Apple, CPU, all. Nice. Nice. I'm gonna have to get a breakdown on this. I'm gonna have to get see if Jesse's available or Brian to come back on the channel. They're JASMY ambassadors, and see if they can maybe explain a little more about the website. That would be amazing. So, but amazing things, guys. Oh, look at this. Join or share your processor resources. Look at, you can sign up. Look at this, guys. Janction GPU Marketplace aims to provide unlimited GPU capacity to users at lower cost. This is likely hooking up. Now, this is me speculating at this time, okay? But this seems to me like this is your ability here to volunteer your GPUs and your PlayStations and stuff like that to for them to use for capacity, right? It says join and share your processor resources. Janction's GPU Marketplace aims to provide unlimited GPU capacity to users at low costs by aggregating GPUs from multiple sources. So you can volunteer your GPU power. Well, not volunteer, they pay you for it. But there you go. Get connected, guys. Get yourself connected. If you got a if you got a PlayStation 3, maybe explore it. Maybe check it out if that's something you want to do for passive income, right? They say here, here's your steps: environmental preparation, choose your operating system, install software such as Docker, initialize, download Janction, binary setup, and join the network by running nodes, load jobs, and computing. Very cool. Very slick website, guys. I like it. I enjoy it. GPU marketplace, ensuring efficiency and decentralized AI operations. Nice. Very nice, guys. I like it. I want to know what you guys think, though. Let me know what you think about it. I think it's very slick. Slick Rick. All right, what else do we got? Just so you guys know, I'll get into the chat after we go through the news. I'm not ignoring you. All right, BlackRock and blockchain and digital assets are being adopted faster than major resolutions before it. So revolutions before it. Let's check it out.
I really spend a lot of my time thinking about the future and some of the disruptive changes that are impacting the world and society and the economy and our portfolios around us. Oftentimes, this is about disruptive technologies. Oftentimes, it's about societal changes. But what we found with blockchain and digital assets is that in some ways, this is one of the fastest growing technologies we've seen in the last few years. On the right-hand side of the chart, you can see our adoption curve. This is just looking at how quickly certain assets are adopted by a society. And you can see that blockchain and digital assets are being adopted faster than major revolutions before it, whether that's the internet or whether that's cell phones. And there's a couple of reasons for this. The first reason is just we're living in a more digital economy than ever before. If we're consuming things online, streaming videos, playing video games, buying digital content, it makes sense to have digitally native assets to conduct those transactions, particularly when there's, secondly, and importantly, in a year like this year, where over half the world's population is voting for new leadership, not just the elections in the United States, Mexico, and India, and the European Union, we're seeing more geopolitical risk than before, and in fact, declining trust in institutions, whether that's trust in government institutions for maintaining peace and order, whether that's trust in central banks in terms of keeping inflation under control. More distrust has exacerbated the need for a global monetary alternative. The third we're seeing is demographic changes, the rise of the millennial and Gen Z generation. Millennials, at least in the United States, are set to inherit trillions of dollars, are entering peak earnings years in their work, and are increasingly playing an important role in the economy. And millennials are very different from previous generations because we, were the first generation to be digitally native, growing up with the internet, growing up with computers. We understand digital better than previous generations, and that means we're more likely to adopt digital currencies. And then finally, what I think has been really important to BlackRock in our journey in the digital asset space has been the maturing of the infrastructure in digital assets. We've seen billions of dollars move in venture capital and private equity into digital assets to fund incredible innovation in blockchain. We've seen the regulatory environment evolve to get more constructive around digital assets and how people can buy them. We've seen extremely talented people leave traditional finance to go into DeFi to help lead some of these innovations. And all of this infrastructure has really matured over the last 5 years. So between all of these tailwinds, it's really creating the opportunity for digital assets to gain broader adoption across more investors around the world. With that being,
this is what adoption looks like, guys. I keep saying it. I keep showing it. I keep giving the receipts, baby. And here's a little bit more bullishness from Rect Capital.
Here's the ultimate cheat sheet you need for Bitcoin's price action over the coming months.
So
this is generally what we tend to see in market cycles. So this so-called boring zone is essentially the post-halving reaccumulation area. We tend to see that after the halving in every single cycle where we just move sideways. In 2016, it was 150 days. And so if 150 or 160 were to translate to this boring zone, then the breakout should take us into late September or early October of this year. This, so to speak, boring zone is supposed to gear us up and prepare us for the banana zone, which is essentially the parabolic phase of the market cycle. This enables parabolic price action to new all-time highs and beyond. Just notice how this is the reaccumulation phase, right? This is the reaccumulation phase that we tend to see sideways price action after the halving. This boring zone is going to shake out a lot of investors. Here's the ultimate.
Yeah, baby. The boring zone is almost over. Some people are not even going to understand. They're not even going to see it coming. It's just going to get whacked with, suddenly they're going to wake up and their portfolio is going to be moonshotting. All right, SEC sues Cumberland over alleged $2 billion in unregistered crypto sales. So I wanted to address this again, guys. We talked about it yesterday, but the SEC is again, okay. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is because the SEC is, in this case, well, they're being sued by Cumberland is actually suing them. The SEC is not suing Cumberland. It's the other way around. The SEC sent a Wells notice to them, and this is where it gets interesting, because in the Wells notice that the SEC sent over to Cumberland, they misrepresented the ruling in the Ripple case. So what they sent over as evidence that XRP, they're calling XRP a security again. That's what they're doing, right? Despite the ruling that in law, it's not a security. So they sent over the paperwork from the Judge Torres from the Ripple case, and they left out the part about how she declared XRP not a security. They sent over the part saying that Ripple sold to institutional investors, and those were security sales, right? But they represented that, the SEC I'm speaking of, they represented that as XRP is a security. Here's proof from a judge. And again, they left out the part of the ruling where she ruled that XRP is actually not a security, right? That is intellectual dishonesty. How they thought they were going to get away with it, I don't know, because the Ripple case is very, very public. So, and the fact that XRP was declared not a security was made to be a very, very big deal publicly. So I don't know how the SEC thought they were going to get away with this, this misleading. And I'm telling you right now, in the case here with Cumberland and the SEC, the judge is going to see the ruling from the Ripple case, and we're probably going to be sitting here in a few months reading a story about how the judge in the Cumberland case scolded the SEC for lying in court again, right? Where does it end? Where is the accountability here? Why is no one being disciplined or having, being reprimanded in any way, shape, or form for what's happening here? This is lying in court is illegal, I thought, right? Like, the SEC continues to do it. Why? No one's fired. No one's, being held in contempt. No one's being sued. Like, when the SEC pays a fine for lying in court, it's your money as an American taxpayer that they're paying the fine with, not theirs, right? It should come from their pockets, not the taxpayers' pockets. It's absurd. Anyway, let's talk about it. The SEC claims that Cumberland violated securities laws by trading assets like Solana and Polygon without complying with federal requirements. Cumberland responded by saying it tried to comply but faced regulatory ambiguity. These lawsuits, this lawsuit was filed amid broader criticism of the SEC's approach to crypto regulations, including remarks from the SEC Commissioner Mark Ueda. He even labeled the agency's handling of the industry as a disaster. Ripple and other crypto firms also started to push back against the regulator in their ongoing legal battles with the SEC. The SEC filed a lawsuit against Cumberland DRW and accused the company of operating an unregistered as an unregistered dealer. According to the SEC, Cumberland allegedly sold more than $2 billion in cryptocurrency assets since 2018 without complying with federal registration requirements that don't exist. The lawsuit states that Cumberland engaged in proprietary trading and trading on third-party crypto exchanges while acting as an unregistered dealer. Literally, 2 judges now have declared sales of digital assets on the secondary market not security sales. And here they are in another lawsuit claiming it. This is what I'm talking about in terms of accountability. The SEC has been told by 2 judges now, 2, that the sales of digital assets on secondary markets are not securities. That is law. That is the law of the land right now. And they're filing another lawsuit claiming the same thing. How is that legal? How is that not against the law? They know what they're saying is not true, and they're still doing it. Why is no one going after them for this? Why can't you be fired as a government official for doing this kind of thing? It's absurd on its face, right? I digress. Which the SEC claims is in violation of Section 15 of the Securities Act. The SEC is asking for permanent injunctive relief, the return of ill-gotten gains. Like they're going to get that. The SEC identified 5 cryptocurrencies. They're attacking Algorand again. Algorand, Polygon, Solana, and Cosmos, and Filecoin. In response to the lawsuit, Cumberland stated that it tried to comply with registration requirements. The company registered as a dealer broker in 2019, but later discovered that the registration only applied to Bitcoin and Ethereum. Cumberland also claimed that it engaged in good faith discussions with the SEC for 5 years, and that the lawsuit is the first time the agency detailed the specific transactions in question. Cumberland called itself the latest target of the agency's enforcement-first approach to digital assets. The company also stated that it would not alter its business operations or the assets it provides liquidity for as a result of the SEC's lawsuit, and it prepares to defend its position. Cumberland's stance is very similar to that of other companies facing the SEC scrutiny. Crypto.com recently filed its own lawsuit against the SEC after receiving a Wells notice. SEC Commissioner Mark Ueda recently criticized the agency's handling of crypto regulations. He's even called it a disaster and claimed that the SEC failed to provide clear rules for the industry. Ueda spoke on October 10th Fox Business panel and specifically pointed out that SEC Chair Gary Gensler has been enforcing crypto policies without offering any guidance for firms to follow, which led to confusion and inconsistency in court rulings. Ueda is very frustrated that the SEC has relied on enforcement actions rather than setting clear regulatory frameworks, which has resulted in a fragmented legal landscape for the crypto industry. Ueda's comments came just one day after Crypto.com sued the SEC. The Singapore-based crypto exchange alleged that the SEC overstepped its authority by challenging the regulator's opinion that all cryptocurrencies should be classified as securities. This lawsuit is the latest in a whole lineup of conflicts between the SEC and the crypto industry, and many companies criticized Gary Gensler's approach as unclear and overly harsh. Gensler has consistently maintained the crypto firms have to comply with securities laws, but industry players have pushed back a bit by arguing that the existing regulatory framework does not suit digital assets. Ueda acknowledged these concerns and stated that the SEC's current approach seems to be misguided. So you literally have a commissioner of the SEC agreeing with the industry here. While Ueda did not speculate on Gensler's personal motivations for his enforcement-driven strategy, he mentioned that Gensler has a very distinct perspective on how to regulate the crypto industry. Ueda, along with fellow Commissioner Hester Pierce, have often voted for more progressive crypto policies, but the SEC agenda ultimately reflects Gensler's views. The commissioner also made sure to mention that the agency staff mainly just follow Gensler's lead. Ripple Labs also pushed back against the SEC as it filed a notice of cross appeal in its ongoing legal battle with the regulator, taking the case to court on appeal for the Second Circuit. This step happened after the SEC's own appeal notice was filed on October 2nd. Both appeals were made to address legal or procedural errors in the decision from August 7th. Now, what people need to understand about this is that the SEC, there's a misunderstanding out there. The SEC is not and cannot appeal the fact that XRP is not a security in itself, or that it's sold on secondary markets is a security sale. They cannot appeal that. That's not being appealed. They aren't, and they can't. Some people are misunderstanding that appeal. A federal judge ordered Ripple to pay $125 million in civil penalties for violating securities laws. The SEC's initially wanted $2 billion, while Ripple argued the penalty should not be more than $10 million. The legal dispute started in 2020, and as a result, it will not wind down until probably the end of 2026. 6 years, guys. In July of 2023, Judge Annalisa Torres determined that Ripple's XRP sales to institutional investors violated our securities laws, but the programmatic sales, so on the secondary market, to the general public, do not constitute securities transactions. Ripple's chief legal officer, Stuart Alderati, shared that the company filed a cross appeal to make sure that all arguments are addressed, including the claim that an investment contract cannot exist without essential rights and obligations in a contract. So the SEC is arguing that a contract can exist without a contract existing. These arguments center around the Howey test, which is used to determine that we know about the Howey test. Alderati also clarified that the SEC is not appealing the ruling that XRP itself is not a security. He pointed out that the SEC even apologized in other court cases for suggesting the token could be a security. So, so right here, guys, they're saying here they've agreed that the XRP is not in itself is not a security, right? Right here, and then they apologized in another court case, I believe the Binance case, for suggesting that a token could be a security. Okay, they apologized for it like 3 weeks ago for saying that, and then they're going after what's this company called again? Now they're going after Cumberland, stating that Algorand, what were the 5 projects? Algorand, where is it? Solana, Matic, Cosmos, Algorand, Filecoin are all securities. So they apologized a couple of weeks ago for saying that the tokens are securities, and then they file a lawsuit labeling 5 tokens as securities. You can't make this stuff up, guys. It's absurd. Like I feel like I'm on Punked or something, like someone's playing like a long ass prank on me or something, because this is so ridiculous at this point. But what can we do, right? What can we do except watch our tax dollars go down the freaking toilet? All right, next Bitcoin bull run incoming. Watch this RSI indicator for critical breakout. Bitcoin's price fluctuation is observed as its latest cycle has not entered the extreme overbought zone on the monthly RSI. Conventionally, every advance for Bitcoin, as far as the bull run is concerned, has been marked by the monthly RSI crossing the overbought level, often above the 90 mark. However, in the current cycle, that important signal is still missing, which means that Bitcoin can still have a very large potential. As for other Bitcoin RL, we can observe that the curve force peaked in past bull cycles, including 2017 and 2021, when RSI was in the superior region. In each case, Bitcoin's price achieved its high during or after the monthly RSI reached these high levels, which provides evidence that Bitcoin was close to reaching the peak levels of bullishness. So we haven't reached maximum overbought territory on the monthly time frame for Bitcoin as of yet. Right now, Bitcoin's monthly RSI continues to reside far below this overbought territory, and there's still room for price appreciation. It is for this reason that analysts claim that the current market cycle might not be fully mature. Of course it's not. And that one more push up could be in the cards. In this regard, history has it that an outstanding increase in Bitcoin's price might be in the pipeline soon after the RSI experiences the first upward run in the overbought zone. Alternatively, the price of Bitcoin may increase sharply in the higher region of the RSI, as in the previous ramp up. If the same continues, Bitcoin might hit another high. Of course, it's going to hit another high. So basically, what they're saying is, Bitcoin on the monthly time frame, we can actually go to it here, and yeah, the RSI is not even close. It's only at here. It's only at 62 on the monthly time frame. It doesn't really matter that much what we're doing here. All right. So anyway, so here we are on the monthly time frame. RSI is down here at 62.55. So yes, there is a lot of room to go on the monthly time frame. It usually doesn't top off till it's well over 90 on the monthly. So a lot of room for sure to grow there. So let's go check out the bubbles. We never checked out the bubbles yet today. Sea of red, guys. DCA opportunity 62.7 current price of Bitcoin. We got to get up about now. We have to close the daily candle about $900 above where we are right now. So if we go over, what do we got? Turbo still pumping. Look at that. Turbo is still freaking pumping. It's up 150% on the month. If you listen to me over the last couple of months and DCA'd into Turbo, congratulations. You're welcome. We talk about it on the Patreon all the time. So yeah, that's let's go over to the JASMY chart again here. All right, so we're bouncing in this zone, guys. It's gonna be about 6.5 hours. We'll see what happens. All right, let me go back into the chat here and see what everybody's talking about. Nick, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Guys, make sure you smash the like and subscribe to the channel. William's in the house. What's up, buddy? Jetpack, what's up, fam? WF Capital, what's up, buddy? GT, Rob, they were supposed to move JASMY out in the summer. Then this month. I don't know if it will happen until next year at this point. Well, I mean, there's a lot of macroeconomic factors at play here, right? This election is, I mean, it is an important election, right? It really is. Shadow Frost, what's up, man? Long time no see. JASMY will be awesome. Definitely will have its next have for the next bull cycle. Also, Rob, on the meme sector, what do you think? I looked at. Didn't we look at Hoppy in the one of the Patreon group chats the other day, like yesterday, I think, or yesterday or the day before? Day before, I think. I don't mind Hoppy. I think Hoppy's okay. I believe my answer was that I would probably throw a couple $100 into it or something like that. Take a flyer on it or something. I believe that's what I said, but let's have a look. Yeah, 100% of the supply is in circulation. Only 420 billion was I mean, it's better than trillions, right? All-time high was 3 months ago. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I probably would. I would probably throw a couple $100 into this just to see what happened. It's just like a degen play. I can pick it up over on BitTrue. I use BitTrue. So maybe I will. Maybe I'll throw a couple $100 into it and we'll see what happens, right? But yeah, I don't mind Hoppy. YM Chap, what's up, man? Got my goal of over 1 million JASMY on that last dip. Nice. Congratulations, man. You see what I mean? Every time you DCA, it's a drop in the bucket and gets you that much closer to your goal. Congratulations. That's awesome. Tony, JASMY to $17 December 2025. Come on, JASMY. We believe you can do it. That would be absolutely epic, man. Liquidity, what's up, man? October. Let's go. Nearly underway. Yes, we got to get pumping here. Gensler. Gary Gensler's being fired from the SEC might be bullish catalyst for crypto. 100% it will. Multi-Planet Pro, what's up, buddy? Strange Sky in the house. Lewis, JASMY, go, go, go. Ty, what's up, buddy? Good afternoon, man. Thanks for your daily input. Hey, no problem, brother. No problem. I love it. I love hanging out with you guys. So, all right, guys. So listen, that's the news. I got to get ready to head to the gym. I will be doing one-on-one coaching calls most of the afternoon today. So if you want to get a one-on-one coaching call in, or you want to join us for our group coaching calls, get over to the Patreon, guys. The link is in the description. It's in the pinned comments. I'll be doing one-on-one coaching calls, video calls all day long. If you want to get one-on-one time with me, today is the day you're going to want to do that. And again, we're going to do some group video calls as well. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to have a lot of live chatting over on the Patreon. So I will see you guys over there shortly. Like I said, the link's down below. Get over there. Limited spots available. I'll see you guys this afternoon.